Well, hello and welcome to a very special race here today. We have some marvellous machines down on the grid that in just a few moments will be accelerating up to some really high speeds indeed to compete for a prestigious Grand Prix victory. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaroring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking has always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile circuit, but the last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races. Let's hope we're in for another one here today. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're two very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where, per driver, you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your frame of mind's all about what you can get out of the situation on that day. And the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
Right, let's be patient going into turn one. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position and Nico Rosberg completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Verstappen, Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel and Massa, Bottas, Pérez, Raikkonen and Nico Hülkenberg, Button, Grosjean, Daniel Kvyat and Sainz, Alonso, Magnussen, Marcus Ericsson and Esteban Gutierrez, Palmer and Wehrlein, Felipe Nasser and Rio Haryanto completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. A great win then for the Force India team today. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
I can see them on their way out to the podium now. Force India have really come a long, long way in this sport. And what a special race this was to see them earn that top spot. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Sergio Pérez takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Let's give it to Sergio Pérez. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.